great just to know that we have so much support and so many people rooting for us, especially in times like these. I mean, we love it other times too, but especially in times like these. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today is the day. It's a week later and it's time for appointment number 2. I'm going to get another ultrasound this morning, and then I am going to go see my doctor later on in the afternoon to just talk over the results. Say a prayer for me, guys, that everything looks okay and we are still on track. I have definitely been praying throughout the week, so fingers crossed everything is all good. But I'm gonna go ahead and go because I don't want to be late. I am so super tired this morning, but I'm ready to go see baby Dak. So yeah, let's go.
So what did they do from the last time I saw you till now?
Told me to come back. Dr. Mediford was like, we're just gonna wait and see what everything does and come back in a week. So I'm actually seeing him this afternoon.
Okay.
And of course he told me to watch out for a bunch of symptoms.
Yes. Any pain, any bleeding, any of that stuff? Is that what he told you to watch out for?
Yeah.
Feeling lightheaded?
Also, lightheadedness and nausea. I did mean to mention that, but it's not when I am like walking or anything like that. It's usually like when I'm getting up out of bed or getting from the seating position upward, and I don't know, that could just also be from my blood sugar being a little low.
Where I'm pressing now, is this very painful too?
No.
No. Good.
I do feel like a little bit of twinging, but not painful.
So has Dr. Mudderford explained to you why you're such a challenging person?
No.
Okay. So I'm going to explain it to you off the record so you understand why you're such a challenge. So there's something called a heterotopic ectopic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What that means is that there's a pregnancy in the uterus.
Yeah.
And a pregnancy outside the uterus.
Yeah.
At the same time.
Yeah.
It's extremely rare.
And that's what he told me, yeah.
That this happens. But with someone who has your history, we have to be a little guarded.
Yeah.
On your left side, where I'm looking at now, you can see this big giant circle there, right? Mm-hmm. And then you have all this gray stuff in between. Most likely, that's what we call a hemorrhagic cyst, which means that this cyst, and as I press on it, you can kind of see it indenting a little bit, and it kind of wiggles around a little bit. See that? It's like a little gelatin. It's probably clotted blood.
Okay.
From a cyst that kind of leaked into itself. If we just saw this by itself, we wouldn't care. It'd be like, oh, hemorrhagic cyst, not a big deal. It's just this big, funky kind of looking thing that we need to follow to make sure it goes away.
Yeah.
And majority of the time, over 80 to 90% of them do.
Yeah.
But what makes your case a little different is contained within this glop of clot is this round thing right here. And I'm going to point it out to you. So you see this right here?
Yeah.
You see how this is nice and bright and white?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now I want you to remember what that looked like when we look up here in the uterus. You see how it's nice and bright and white around the outer edge of that black circle.
Yeah.
So the concern is whether or not there's something here in the ovary.
Okay.
It's unlikely that it would be there. It's kind of an awkward spot for it to be. Normally, things that are ectopic don't really occur in the ovary. They occur outside of the ovary.
Yeah.
But it's just the shape of what we're seeing raises some question. I personally believe it's a really good fake, and it's fooling us a little bit. But to err on the side of caution is obviously the best thing to do.
Yeah.
The problem also, not only do you have this nice bright ring circle here, is you got even another one right here that's kind of rounded, and that scares us because then it could possibly be what we call a yolk sac. And I want you to look at this here. Right, see how nice and round that is?
Yeah.
And then when we look up here, we also see
yeah, it looks pretty similar.
Round thing there. Now the good thing about today is I kind of see what looks like to me to be a fetal pole today. I didn't see this last time. We couldn't see it last time. And I'm measuring that about 6 weeks on one day. I'm still thinking that it's probably just a really good fake, but damn, it's good, you know?
Yeah.
So I think that the best thing to do is just kind of keep following this and seeing what actually changes. What I like about it is I can kind of elongate parts of it, where it looks more like two lines rather than a circle, depending on how I hold my hand. And that makes me feel a little bit better. But I think we're going to be hanging out together
For a while.
For a while, yeah. But here's what I'd like to do. I'd like to examine you again.
Now I'm starting to feel some discomfort right there.
Probably because I'm mashing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That doesn't help that I've been pressing on it. So I'd like to examine you vaginally again.
Okay.
I have a feeling we'll probably have to do that a couple more times.
Okay.
Just till we get some idea here. And this time when I do it, I'm going to compress your abdomen a little bit.
All right.
And see if I can kind of just prove that that stuff is just a big galati clop. And I'm also going to spend some time looking at this thing that I think is a crown rump length, and hopefully if I can see it strongly enough, get a fetal heart, some fetal heart tones. Yeah, I don't think that's background noise. I'm gonna remeasure that when we look from inside, because I might have cut it a little short. I think it's probably bigger than I thought. Okay. All right, my friend. We're gonna get you figured out here.
Okay. So it seems that I am right back to square one. They don't know, so the heteroatopic pregnancy is not ruled out yet. So I was just like, ugh. And it's not because they found something else today. So fingers crossed this all gets resolved within the next week or so. Okay, so I just came out of that radiology appointment and I don't even know. Like, I can't quite identify how I feel right now. It's not stress. Yeah, I'm concerned. I don't even want to say it's worry. I'm definitely concerned. It's not even that I feel negative about anything. I'm still like in a positive frame of mind. It's just more that like the ultrasounds today were not as pain-free. Usually I have no problem with ultrasounds, transvaginal ultrasounds, but today he told me that it would be some discomfort involved. He had to press on my abdomen quite a bit, especially on the left side where the cyst is, just to kind of move things around because he wants to kind of see if the structures are maintaining their shape, because that gives him a clearer image of what he thinks may be going on. Yeah, that was definitely painful. I have a pretty good pain tolerance, so it's not that the pain was unbearable. It was just like, oh my gosh, I couldn't even imagine feeling this on a regular. And he kept asking me like if I was in any pain throughout the week, and I really haven't been. I've had some minor discomforts, but no true like pain. But that was like, yeah, I don't want them touching that anymore. To be quite honest, I do not want them pressing on that anymore, and I know it's gonna happen. I just don't want it. Yeah, so he thinks that I might be a week earlier than originally anticipated. We were going based off of my last menstrual cycle dates, or in this case my miscarriage dates. In the radiology department, they counted as all pretty much the same, and those dates kind of align me with 7 weeks and 2 days. But what he's measuring and what he's seeing, for the little bit that he could see, was me being more like 6 weeks and 1 day. Well, he did see the crown rump. That's good. That shows that some development is going on. It's just a matter of where that development is kind of at. So I don't know how that's gonna come into play with my bump dates, but I have an appointment with the OBGYN clinic this afternoon, and I'm just gonna wait and see like what they say. I don't know what to expect at this appointment this afternoon, so I'm just trying to mentally prepare myself for different scenarios and different possibilities. But that's always hard because I feel like you're never entirely prepared for something until you hear it. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go, and I'm gonna chill out and drink this coffee and probably try to meditate a little bit, and I guess I will talk to you guys a little bit later. I just got back home from our doctor's appointment. I tried to record this video, but I feel like I was just like all over the place. My thoughts are a little bit scattered right now. I try to do these right after the appointments, right after I get back, so that I can just really let you guys know how I actually feel in the moment, and I don't forget any information that I have heard that same day. So we'll talk about the cyst. The cyst has not gotten any larger. That's a good thing. It is still 7 millimeters. That is not an issue of it having grown since last week, which is great. However, the concern right now is because there is so much fluid and blood that is kind of contained within it right now, or contained within its walls. The concern is that it may burst. If it bursts, obviously I have to rush and go to the ER immediately so that they can start checking me out. My doctor's concern is for hemorrhaging and me potentially needing any type of blood transfusion or anything like that. Basically, he said a lot of times from week 4 to week 7, a cyst will essentially function in the place of a placenta. And then once the placenta forms and everything like that, the cyst ideally goes away and reabsorbs into the body, because all it really is a lot of times is blood and fluid. So that kind of reabsorbs. On that front, we're still good. As far as the radiology appointment goes, the radiologist basically told my doctor that she thinks it's less likely that it's a heterotopic pregnancy. Now, mind you, last week when we went through all of this before, it was definitely not a heterotopic pregnancy. So it was just a cyst, and that's all we had to worry about, is just the cyst. Now this week it's that, oh yeah, well, you have the cyst, and now it's less likely that you have a heterotopic pregnancy. So it's kind of went from you don't have it at 0 to maybe now we need to watch you because we're thinking you don't, but you might. So that's automatically kind of raised some red flags, and has been some cause for concern. The tech is really hoping that it's just some other type of tissue that's mimicking a gestational sac, and that's what I'm hoping for too. But who really knows? I mean, can't really tell. So we still have to watch out for that. We still have to watch out for any signs and symptoms of the cyst rupturing, and we have to watch out for any signs and symptoms of ectopic pregnancy, which they are very similar signs and symptoms. So that's adding a layer of anxiousness into the mix. It's not even like worry or stress. It's just that's something that I can't control whether or not it's going to happen. The only thing we can do pretty much to help it not happen is not have sex. Okay, let's talk about baby deck. Right now, baby deck is measuring at 6 weeks, and they were able to identify what is believed to be the fetal pole today. He did do a fetal heart rate, which I was just like not happy with. I was hoping that when at least that came back, it would be some better news, some really good news that would just kind of, I don't know, give me a boost of energy or something. But the doctor says that for how far along that I currently am, the fetal heart rate should be anywhere from 100 to 120. That's within like the standard kind of range, and it can go all the way up to 160. He said your baby's heart rate is low. So he went through a bunch of other information and kept talking, and I eventually swung back around to that and asked him, well, what is low? What is our baby's heart rate? And he says 70. I was just like, okay. I like internally kind of wanted to scream because it's like, oh my gosh, can I get a freaking break? With that information, he let us know that we are in the category right now of a threatened miscarriage. Just that in combination with my history and then the other things that are going on in my body right now, we are under threat of having a miscarriage. Also, if that cyst winds up rupturing at any point and they have to do anything and go in and remove it or anything like that, that also may impact the baby and could very well also cause a miscarriage. So the cards and the odds are definitely kind of stacked against us right now. We are, as always, remaining positive about things and, you know, just trying to keep in a positive frame of mind. I'm definitely going to pray about it and hope that things just work themselves out, but this is not fun right now. I know that this is probably going to be mentioned in the comments, so I'm just going to say it just to get it out of the system. I know, okay, I'm saying this loud and clear right now. I know that things could be worse. I am fully aware that things could be worse. The fact of the matter is things can always be worse. There's someone always in a situation that is worse than yours. Now that I've said that, no one needs to put that in the comments because it's not going to make me feel any better. So if you think that by saying, oh, it could be worse, or look at it this way because it, you know, life could suck so much worse for you right now, all I'm saying is I really don't want to hear that right now. And that's just me being real with you guys. That's me being brutally honest. I know you might think it's being helpful or being encouraging in this moment, but how I'm feeling currently, I don't need to hear it could be worse because I already know that. So I don't need to hear anybody else saying it, because when I hear it come from somebody else, what it comes across as is that person marginalizing how I feel and almost diminishing the value and the severity of my own feelings. So I'm just going to keep it real with y'all. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I don't even know how me being honest like about my own feelings could hurt somebody else's feelings or get somebody all butthurt over it. I guess that's the thing. I'm not trying to make anybody butthurt over it, but the fact of the matter is they're my feelings. I love prayers from you guys. I love positive vibes. I love encouragement. I love, you know, it'll all work out. Keep your head up, you know, things of that nature. Just please, nobody say it could be so much worse or look, I had it worse. I know some people try to give others a different perspective or outlook sometimes, but I would say, and I think I'm good to speak for not only myself, but other women, when you're going through this stuff, nobody wants to hear like, oh, it could be worse. It doesn't make anybody feel better. The only person who feels any better from that phrase is the one who's saying it to somebody else, not the person who's going through whatever at the time. In any event, I do not stop counting my blessings. I do not stop thanking for every day that I am pregnant and every day that I breathe another day and that I have a roof over my head and a comfortable bed to sleep in and all of those things. So it's not even voiding out like the blessings that I have already received, am going to receive. It doesn't make me any less grateful for the life I'm living. It's just that this is a season that I'm going through right now, and this is something that I have had to encounter before. Like this situation right now, having this amount of complication at this stage in pregnancy is not something that I have experienced before. So it's definitely it's different, and it's a little bit draining. But I'm not going to stress about it. I'm not going to say that I'm not concerned, because I definitely am concerned. I know Jeremy is concerned. He does a very, very good job of masking his concern and just kind of masking any negative emotion that he feels. He tends to, you know, we both tend to look on the positive side, but he is like times 10 optimistic, and I am more like the realistic one. But when things don't go the greatest, especially with things that we have no control over, he definitely wants to be supportive of me and wants to be strong for me. So he kind of puts on a brave face, but I know this is really worrying him right now and concerning him. I think that he's just a little bit afraid of, you know, what's going to happen in these next couple weeks. He, on one hand, thinks it's great that I am halfway through the first trimester, but on the other hand, I know he is worried about what these next few weeks hold. So yeah, that is all I really have for you guys today. I know this video was kind of long, but it is what it is. This was a lot of information for me today, a lot of feelings, and 2 appointments in one day. So I wanted to give you guys like just an all-in-one kind of update about where I'm at this week and what's going on. So you guys have all the information. Yeah, if you guys could just pray for us. We definitely appreciate all prayers. If you're not a prayer, you can send us some positive vibes and, you know, some good lucks and all kinds of, you know, good mantras and things of that nature. But this is our life and this is our journey and this is where we're at. So we are on this ride, but ultimately we know we're not on this ride alone. We have all of you guys, so it's great just to know that we have so much support and so many people rooting for us, especially in times like these. I mean, we love it other times too, but especially in times like these, just to know that there are so many people out there who, you know, don't know us in person or personally, but still can just cheer us on. It's really, really, really great, and I really appreciate all of the encouragement and just all of the positivity that is surrounding this channel. So thank you guys. That is it for today, guys. So if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. That helps other people kind of find our content. If you're not already subscribed and you want to continue following along our journey, hopefully for more positive updates in the future, go ahead and do that now. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. I really hope that next week I have better news to report to you guys. And in any event, you will be the first to know anyway. I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I will talk to you later. Bye.